Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Today's Restaurant Networking Group. I'm Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant since 1996. And we are a group of vendors in the industry who are here to help each other grow our businesses and to help any restaurant owner with a problem they may face that they need help on. So if you'd like to attend the meeting or have a problem that you'd like to get help solve, give us a call at 561-620-8888. Go to our website at trnusa.com and take a look at our YouTube channel, which is also Today's Restaurant, and you can access that on our website. On the top, there's a bar and it'll say YouTube. Just click on that, it'll take you right to it. So good morning, everybody. And today we have a new face on the board, Brannon from ITD Food Service. And I want to let him introduce himself, tell us what he does.
Absolutely. And well, thank you, Howard. My name is Brannon with ITD Food Safety. What we do is we help restaurants, schools, and other food service establishments with automated food safety solutions. So we offer label makers, thermometers, and software packages that allow you to streamline compliance with the health department and also achieve HACCP and other types of processes that you need as cornerstones of food safety in your restaurants and kitchens. What I do particularly with ITD Food Safety is I head up our food safety education division, and I offer ServSafe training, Florida Safe Food Handler training to make sure that we're getting everyone trained up the best that we can to where your employees are ready to go right out of the gate before they even step foot in the kitchen. So that's what I do. But we do a lot of other things too. So the best way to reach out to me is going to be at 321-308-6137. That's my direct line. You can email me at brannon@itdfoodsafety.com, or you can visit our website, which is itdfoodsafety.com. So,
Right. Where is the company located?
So we're located in Melbourne, Florida.
Okay. Well, welcome aboard.
Thanks.
We'll double back to you after everybody else does theirs.
All right.
All right. Let's Steve, why don't you start us off? You're fairly new, so let's start off with you.
Talking to me?
Yes.
Talking to me.
I don't know if my English, my New York accent came out enough on that one. Been with Broward Nelson Fountain Services now 3 years, and I know Howard and Brandon have an excellent relationship. Actually, probably goes back generations, right, Howard?
Right.
So we are a CO2 fountain soda and water machine company. We've been in business for over 60 years, family owned and operated, 3 generations now. We service all of the state of Florida. And we love to partner up with anybody who needs, that good, wholesome, basic, I think what's lacking today, customer service. That's one thing Brandon prides himself on, is making sure that the customer is always taken care of. So it's something that I love to do. And if you guys need to reach me for anything, we service restaurants, bars, breweries, and even swimming pools. My phone number is 407-697-1048. And email, I'll type in the comments, right? Yeah, in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Chris Kaufman, you with us? Look like he's on the phone. Let's go to Ed Gerton. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ed Gerton with Seacoast Sales in sunny Orange Park, Florida. And we're an equipment supply company that specializes in frozen dessert equipment. So we have ice cream machines from Carpigiani, batch freezers from Carpigiani and BGI Industries. We have blast freezers, display cases from ISA, IFI, and GTI Design. We have frozen drink machines from Vier. A lot of it is Italian or Spanish. And the tariffs, I have no idea what's going on right now. I don't think anybody else does. Anyway, you can reach me at 904-334-4489. And we will be at the Florida Restaurant Show. We've got some booths there since you're all there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ed, can you just repeat that phone number, please?
904-334-4489.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. You need a blast freezer.
Oh, we need a freezer. Yeah. So
No
I'll
problem.
need to
We
speak
can help
with you
you.
about that. Okay.
Okay.
And Jeremy, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Jeremy Carson with Worksite HR. We are your full back office solution for payroll, workers' comp, HR, and benefits enrollment or benefits administration. We can go either way. You don't have to take our benefits. The benefit of working with Worksite HR is we are a family-owned organization. We can pivot. We can make adjustments as needed. So if you already have a great broker and you just want us to handle deductions and send back the check to your broker, we'll handle all that. We also specialize in the restaurant industry. 40 to 45% of our clients are hospitality/restaurant. So it's our number one focus. Where we differentiate ourselves is not only being family owned, but doing the FICA tip tax credit, using that more effectively than just on your taxes as real-time margin throughout the year. Quick example, we had a client, I may have told the story already, but we had a client in Lake City that was due $52,000, but their CPA only gave them a credit for $3,800 on their taxes. And it sounds like they had too many deductions, so they couldn't take the full amount. By having us administer the FICA tip tax credit and giving them quarterly installments, they got the full $52,000 now. So that's where we can help create some margin to help pay for payroll expenses, workers' comp premiums, benefits, whatever you want to use it towards. That's what it's going to go to. But we give you an invoice credit and you use it up till it's gone. So Jeremy Carson with Worksite, 904-295-5110 and Jeremy at worksitehr.com.
Great. Thank you. Mel, good morning. And before you,
Good.
Mel, I want to just say, I'm proud of you and Andrew, the way you've progressed since you started. And we were happy to help you get launched. And this is a perfect example of how networking works. Because when they came to the group, they knew literally nobody in the industry. And they're starting to move now. It looks great.
Thank you. Yeah, and so we formed a new company about 5 months ago called the Concord Grape Pie Company. And Andrew pulled me out of a retirement to help build this wonderful product that we really have. Only one in America that is really selling a brand new dessert, an exciting pie, the Concord Grape Pie. Our background in that, how we got to that point, was in 1973. After I had a 20-year run with IBM, we entered agriculture and became the nation's leading grower of Concord grapes and 19 other varieties, as well as being a packer, working with migrants and in at least 4 states: Arkansas, Missouri, New York, and Pennsylvania, and Canada as well. We had over 150 growers supplying us with grapes, and we sold to all the major. We built a great business selling to all the major supermarkets throughout America and the produce terminal markets, like as an example, in Boston, the Chelsea Market, Hunts Point, New York, the Philadelphia distribution center onto the Walt Whitman Bridge, and on and on. And so, if any of you uh, 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 would want to know what supermarkets in your backyard, I could pretty well tell you with everyone. And so from that business, we had neighbors that Amish neighbors next to us that would make we would give them Concord grapes and they would make this wonderful pie out of it. But we had no time to focus on that because of the business that we had. And so we just let that go. But and then Andrew, remembering that, said, Dad, let's get back into this thing. And so we've been building that business and it's been working really terrific. We've started out in the green markets, and we're in the Boca one and the Del Rey one and Parkland, and I'm involved now in opening up a green market, working with the government here in Deerfield Beach and West Palm Beach. So we're in those markets, and now we've stepped our foot into the supermarkets. And then, of course, online, we're trying to build the online business for somebody to just order a pie or so, and we'll ship it to them, and so forth. So that just kind of gives you a little background on what we're up to. And our number is 954-684-6881. And if I could be of any help to anybody in any way, I served on Cornell's Ag and Life Science Advisory Board for over 10 years regarding being the grape guy and I know my wines as well. So that's our background. And I thank everybody for helping us. Appreciate it.
Melvin, I got a question for you. The Florida
Yeah.
Restaurant Show. Why don't you make a half a dozen pies and shellac them and give them to somebody to put in their booth
Hey, that'd be a
with a
great
card or
idea.
a display?
That's a great idea.
Put it in your
Ed,
booth,
thank
Ed.
you.
Make it all
Because
about
Brian is great at getting food that's shellac. He likes that kind of food. Brian does. He eats it.
Okay. That sounds great. Thanks for that idea.
Melvin,
Appreciate
I just thought of it. I mean, where we, I don't know, we have enough space, but we can certainly do that if you make a little sign and what it is, and see what happens. You never know what's going to happen with something like that.
Yeah, we could probably provide you with a sign as well. We have little signboards that we put out in front, and that speaks about all the pies have Concord on the bottom, but the different toppings, the crumble top, the lattice top, the peanut butter top, like peanut butter and jelly, everybody, that kind of a pie. And they're all terrific. And then
Make
a
one
little
of these
mini
and shellac
bites.
it and send it up. Yeah, that would be great.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to have you, Ed, get in touch with Andrew regarding the freezer, and the whole thing. I'll get you his number. Thanks.
Okay, that'd be fine. I mean, I just thought of it because if you're not going to be there, that's an opportunity to have that in front of some people anyway. Or do it this way. Since you're on one end of the show and everybody else is on the other end of the show, do it for two locations so you get two different groups of people come by.
Absolutely. They're all restaurant owners, and you could get those tiny little cups and do samples with those tiny little spoons. And I think that's a terrific idea, Ed. Getting it
because
chains and
pie a la mode, Ed.
we'll have the ice cream so we can put some ice cream on top of it. That's a thought, Howard. Howard. That's good. That's the way to do it.
And we can give them some of those energy drinks.
Mel, you should have a conversation, I believe, with Brannon, because he's got some products that Andrew can use in the kitchen, and or the co-packer that you use. So make sure you talk to Brannon.
Brannon, every time I notice Howard says Brandon, he means
Brannon.
Spencer, who is Broward Nelson, and it sounds like your name. So I see you perking up there. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, good. I was good. I was like, hey, this is escalated quickly, but I'll see what I can do.
Well, we got to do something about that.
Howard said Brannon, and he's like, what? Like a few times. I'm
I meant Brannon.
Yeah.
I said Brannon. I meant it just now.
Right.
Anyhow, have a conversation with Mel at some point. Brannon.
Hey, that
Yeah.
actually works because I was at the Southeastern Petroleum Show and we had those drinks, those player ones, and it was sort of a conversation thing. It was kind of a way to draw people into the towards us. I mean, and we gave out drinks and these energy drinks. Well, actually, they're not actually energy drinks. They're supposedly vitamin drinks called Player One, and it worked. It was somewhat work, right, Ed? Somewhat.
It, there were some people we had to force on.
Yeah.
They went Bobby told them had to take one.
Yeah. So,
Brian, why don't you keep talking and tell us everybody what you do?
okay. Okay. I'm Brian. Okay. I'm Brian with a company called Rogue Financial Group. I've been in the industry for almost 20 years. What I focus on is mostly on the hospitality side, which is, restaurants, hotels, bars, breweries, convenience store side, but I dabble in other things too. Finishing up a big project in the um, east coast of Florida called Indian River Select. They're a packaging company, so working on that. But what we do is we provide financing to small, large projects, commercial equipment financing, all different types. I will work with startups. I work with some dealers. Again, I am a commercial equipment financing company, but I could be reached at 404-723-7222. But then again, also for like Ed and Jeremy, and I guess Steve's pretty close to Jacksonville. I'm still working on this project called the Grove, which is part of a Orange Park. It's the guy took it over. Larry has an executive catering business for about 17 years. My point of contact is Kelly Harris, and I think I've talked to Jeremy about that. So the update on that, so would be something for Steve and you guys because they finished one of the kitchens. They're working on another side of the kitchen, and they're also going to have like I guess a cabana bar outside where they're going to have pickleball and pool, and they're trying to finish that up. And so most of his business right now is catering. They're trying to get people that live in this community. There's like 1,100 people that live there. He's doing I guess about 11 or 12,000 a week in sales in that area, but catering is keeping them work going. Um, but he is growing. But I can get you guys Kelly's contact, and also Kelly and Jim, which owns one of the Woody's barbecues is in the process of trying to finish up an SBA loan to take over all I think there's like 12 Woody's barbecues. And Yolanda, one of the family members, is not really involved too much. And I found a little history about these guys. Somehow, Bono's and Woody's is related somehow. Somehow they are related in some way. But I think it would be, like I keep talking about it. They're just waiting on this SBA loan to finish up the project, but it would be something good for you guys to kind of reach out.
Brian, where they're going, that used to be the Orange Park Country Club.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
the country club closed, the new people, I think they're keeping 9 holes of the 18 holes open. And the other 9 holes, I don't know what they're going to do to it.
They're waiting for the landlord to finish that.
Okay. Because Kelly Harris was the guy who ran Peterbrook Chocolate in town for a while.
Mhm.
And then is the bread club, was it Jacksonville Bread Club or whatever it is?
He was
He's been
trying to
around there for a while.
It was Village Bread Cafe. He also
No,
owns a burger joint up on A1A up by Jack's Beach. Yeah.
He was trying to buy this place called Beach something was sort of like similar to what the Village Bread had. But I can't remember. He didn't get it. But
Beach
like I
Diner.
said, that's what's going on there with that. And then another thing, I know most people probably don't work with Taco Bell, but there's a new one open up by me. Just stop by to see what that was about. Most of their Taco Bells are actually going back to corporate. Their new footprint is pretty much drive-through. And they're gonna have a walk-up counter where you walk up and it'll be a little like cabana, like area we can sit out and eat. As far as eating inside, I think they might have maybe 2 tables, 3 tables, mostly grab and go. Kind of like what Zaxby's is doing, kind of changing their model a little bit. So more of a uh, drive through, or you can sit outside, but nothing really inside. So that's kind of a little bit about on the corporate side on Taco Bell. Again, Brian with Rogue
I thought
Financial
Taco
Group.
Bell was a Spanish phone company.
Okay. But for Steve, I'll get you Kelly's contact and you can reach out to him. You can use my name. He's a good guy.
All
But
right.
I think Jeremy, you got the contact, right? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Rick, good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Rick Israel with Lifeline Insurance Consultants based here in Huntsville, Alabama. I do some similar work as Jeremy, but I do not do the HR side of it or the payroll side of it. I would rather leave the taxes to him and then me. But we also do worksite benefits, but we also dive into the group voluntary benefits as well. So we like to work with individuals who are restaurant owners, private restaurant owners, or in the hospitality, private ownership, where we can help them get their employees the benefits they deserve, or at least show them what's available. It's a very, very competitive market out there. We represent companies like Guardian. We also represent Principal. So two very big major names, Tokyo Marine, which I'm sure Jeremy's aware of. And of course, we do have contracts with Aflac, so we can also do that. But what we also like to do is build a relationship with not just the employees, but also the employer, because once their employees reach retirement age, then we can roll them right into the Medicare side. So their HR representatives of the company will have a contact for their employees to go to make it more streamlined. So we go from beginning to end per se. We're licensed in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and South Carolina. So we cover the major 4 states. I can be reached at 256-746-9581. Happy Friday.
Hey, Rick, I got to ask you, it reminded me what happened this morning. At 5 after 8, we got multiple phone calls at the house from Humana, which we have insurance through, wanting to send their home care specialists in to look at us, to give us a home checkup.
Mhm.
With the new budget that's gone through, how is that going to be affected? Are they going to get rid of that?
Not going to be affected at all. As far as we know, what those individuals are designed for, Ed, is, as you know, Medicare Advantage plans receive their funding from the federal government based on star ratings. 1 star being the worst, 5 stars being the best. And it's very, very difficult. And it's going to get more difficult in the future. As individuals get these phone calls, the carriers are scored by the federal government on personal contact one-on-one with the carrier to the individual or the beneficiary. They're going to come in the house, just going to do a quick blood pressure check your medications, make sure that doctors and everything are correct, whole list, and they report that back to Humana. It pretty much gives them a picture. Does not require you to come in for them to come in, but if you do allow them to come, they are required to show that they are a representative of the company that Humana has contracted with. If not, kick them out.
Okay. But my understanding is from reading in the newspaper that a lot of times when those people come in, they come up with some off-the-wall diagnosis that requires additional testing. And in turn,
they're not doctors, Ed. They're nurses. They all, we have got to stop listening to the liberal side media. Pardon me if anybody is on that side of the fence, because that is what's driving this total insanity right now. okay? Because nobody has any faith in the system anymore because of it. I don't even think, as a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up because on the 29th on the 29th of January, I'm actually sitting down with U.S. Congressman Dale Strong out of Alabama, District 5, which is my district. And I reached out to
Good
his
morning.
office specifically for this reason. His chief of staff called me personally and wanted to meet with me, okay? Because we need clarity. And I don't even think Congress knows, but he is on the committee that reports right back to Kennedy. He goes right back to HHS. And so the more voices that, like myself, who advocate for individuals like yourself, family members, and so forth, there's got to be something. Okay. And I mean, my concern is the Medicaid side, because once this all goes through next year and the subsidies for the ACA go away, there's going to be 100,000 Alabamians without health insurance. Okay, and I mean that's just a mere drop. That's not even a percent of the state, but it's still going to affect 100,000 individuals alone because we do not have Medicaid expansion. And if you make over $80,000 next year and you're on the ACA, you can kiss your subsidy goodbye because it's not going to be there. That was the way the bill was written when it went into effect with Obama. Subsidies are from COVID era, and COVID's gone. So I'm off my soapbox now. Sorry, Howard.
No. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah. There's a lot, guys. There's a lot of changes coming through the pipeline, and what I try and tell my clients: until you get something in the mail, or until your broker calls you, it's normal. Nothing's going to change until you are specifically told by myself, the carrier, or you pass away because you don't need it anymore. I mean, there's not enough clarity out there. So I just say, everything's smooth and going like autopilot. Until they hit that bump, that's when we put the seatbelt on.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Chris.
Good morning, everybody. Chris Kaufman, Restaurant All-Stars. Yes, indeed. Recently placed an executive chef in Panama City Beach, Florida, and he's very happy, and we're very happy, and the client is ecstatic. So that's what we call a triple win. And we work on behalf of the client companies. Like to work with regional companies or independent companies because you're closer to the decision maker. Big corporations, we've done work with New York Stock Exchange, multi-billion-dollar companies. It's just that they tend to be too much of the analysis paralysis, a little bit too much mumbo jumbo, and not exactly willing to take a risk, if you will. It's hysterical to see these corporate people kind of squirm and point fingers when it doesn't work out. It wasn't me, it was them. So, in any case, though, it's why I never quite made it in corporate America. I realized I was just not a corporate kind of guy, and that's all right. That's we wish them moderate success. In any case, we work on behalf of the companies to find talent that they want and that they need. For example, right now, the reason I had to buzz off for a few seconds earlier today in the call, I have a client who's got a very specific need, a food production manager who's bilingual in Atlanta. Now, there's a lot of bilingual cooks, but as far as a management person in the food production arena in Atlanta who's bilingual, and which is a little bit higher level than kitchen Spanish, well, that's kind of a rare bird, but we captured a rare bird last night, and now they're calling back. Chris Kaufman, 404 All-Star, 404-255-7827. Okay? All right.
I just read an article this morning that relates to what you just said about the bilingual employee. There's a restaurant that's being opened in Dubai, which is going to be run by AI. the organization of the restaurant, the menu design, the design of the restaurant, everything but the cooking is going to be run by AI. That's weird. So it's just on the horizon. TRN Terry, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. And you know, Howard, I'm really not surprised at that. Dubai is so high tech and so very expensive, and they have an unbelievable amount of wealth over there. I personally know someone from Dubai, and it's insane, the money that's there. So I'm not really that surprised, but it's going to come down to where it's going to be pretty much a lot of people losing their jobs over AI. What do? You can't fight growth. But anyway, what I do is I don't fight anyone. I just get a team together and find out what's opening in Florida across the entire state. And that report is done monthly. It's coming out a whole lot earlier now, right around the first or second of every month. We're proud to say we don't want to hang on till the 9th anymore because we just want to get that information out. We have 50, 60, well, not even 50, 70, 80 leads plus every single month of owners names, where they're at in their construction phase, did they just enter the state, how many units, email addresses, phone numbers, the entire thing on an entire Excel spreadsheet. It's a massive sheet. You can sort it any way you want by city zip. We try and organize them that way as we put them on. Anybody that would like a sample, I'm happy to send it out. Terry at trnusa.com. And we're signing people up a lot. We have many salespeople from GFS, from U.S. Food Service. Florida Restaurant Association gets a lot of their members from our list, which we're very, very proud of because, you know, they get that list and they immediately contact these owners to join the Florida Restaurant Association. And they do. And it's just, that's a really good testament for us. We've been doing that for probably 11, 12 years now, and we'll continue. It's very strong. Again, anybody that wants a sample, Terry at trnusa.com. And I do appreciate everyone that's here. We have a great group. Everyone seems to really want to, with their whole hearts, help everyone else that's here. So I'm very proud to be a part of this group that Howard has put together all on his own. I don't help him. That way, if anything goes wrong, I'm not to blame. Anyway, have a good weekend, everyone.
That sounds like corporate America, Chris.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, Terry,
You'd be perfect for a vice president's position in corporate America.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, Terry, Howard would always find a way to blame me. You know that because I mean, even though you're the boss, he'll never admit it.
Yes, dear.
You might be right.
He might be, or I might be.
I can mute all of you. I just might do that.
Well, I might be the one you don't want to mute. I cook your food.
All right. So
That's what a mafia guy. That's what a mafia guy told me one time. I could mute you.
Yeah.
I think yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we were doing some research in the office, and Terry came up with this bit of information. And at first glance, I thought it was pretty stupid, but then I started thinking about it, and it's a very small trend that has started in Miami. And the trend is, believe it or not, without a menu. And the reason they don't have a menu is because there's only one item on the menu. And at first thought, I said, that is absolutely nuts. It'll never work. It'll, 6 months from now, it'll work. It won't work. But then there was added information that we found out that the restaurant with no menu is right next door to another restaurant that the owners own, and that regular restaurant has spun off this one menu item restaurant. And you think about it, there are certain things that may help them survive. And what do you guys think?
Well, remember Lowry's, the prime rib? That's all they had was prime rib at Lowry's.
Yeah, but that was a national chain.
Yeah. But I mean, it was just one item. It just, prime rib.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's all they had?
That's all they had.
I did not.
And so, I mean, side items, the broccoli and potatoes and stuff, but.
Well, there's no side items on this. This is one Italian dish that the daughter of the owner, her grandfather made, and it is a family staple. And anybody that's on the wait list, anybody that, maybe on an overflow, they send next door. They go over there, they sit down. There's one item. If they don't want it, they come back. But it seems to be catching on. And now I find out there's another one and another one. So these, like I said, this is getting to be a trend. I don't know.
It's 3 in Miami right now.
Right.
If the other 2 are part of other restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about it, my first thought was, wow, this is not going to work. But then when we found out about the restaurant being attached to a successful restaurant, it makes a lot of sense. All they really have to do is put a door from the new restaurant to the old restaurant, and they basically can do a lot of things together, like purchase together. Well, you guys tell me. What do you think? Yes.
Let me ask you a question. And this is coming from, somebody who's not in the restaurant industry. How many items do you believe should be on a restaurant menu to be successful? And I'll ask you why. So we have a restaurant here called the City Cafe. Okay. It's like walking into a deli down in Florida, run by a great family, always packed, but their menu is 10 pages long. That's too much.
Like Cheesecake Factory.
Too many choices, but they're so successful. But the thing is how many items for a restaurant to be successful should there be on a menu?
I think that's a function. I mean, in my opinion, our POS guy is not here today, but I think that the items that are on the menu, you should have statistics telling you what your major sales items are and which items are not selling. And once you look at that information, you can drop items from your menu.
So you talk about
there's no number that I know of.
Well, Rick, it's almost like that big chain, Cheesecake Factory. You go there and you kind of like, what am I going to get? There's a lot on the menu there.
You're overwhelmed. That's what Howard just said.
Yeah.
You're totally overwhelmed. And Chris is nodding his head. I think he has a comment there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I could just imagine being in charge of the kitchen with that restaurant that has just one item. Has anybody seen the prep sheet? No, it's same as yesterday.
Well, there's a place here called H&H Bagels. It's a brand new bagel place. They only have one item, bagels. They don't toast them. There's nothing else on the menu. And that's it. Now they do have a variety of the cream cheeses, like they have a birthday cake cream cheese for the kids, but there's nothing else on the menu, only bagels.
No.
So that's actually in Boca. So that's actually moved up from Miami to another, and they have several locations now. So
yeah,
I don't know. The place that's successful, Rick, I think you know, when you have more things to order, you can bring more pickier, fussier, maybe elderly people in there, and they're going to find something that they like. But I can't imagine being in the kitchen trying to, you know, go through all these menu items, and how fresh do they stay, and how, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think that it's a lot, and I think that's too much. I don't know. Does anyone else agree?
So, Terry, I'm sorry, I had to put y'all on mute. I didn't hear what you had asked. I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
Well, I was on a phone call, and I was making money.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, sounds like you got a job.
To answer the question, Rick, I don't think that there's a magic number as to how many items there should be on the menu. But if you see like Chef Robert Irvine or what's the other guy, the English guy,
Talking about the guy that's
Kitchen Nightmares guy.
Gordon.
Well, Gordon Ramsay. If he goes into a restaurant to try to do and what's his name, John Taffer.
Yeah.
They go into a restaurant and they see that the menu is so large, they'll break it down to, you know, like I said, 5 or 10 items. But those items, after looking at the analytics, you know that your chicken parm is not selling as well as your lasagna. So you get rid of the chicken parm because you're losing your money on it.
Well, you know, when I go to the city cafe, okay, we'll go as a family of 4, and we always get the same thing because it's good, because we enjoy it. And we go, oh, do we want to try something else? Look at this other stuff here. But you always go back to what you like. And, you know, but then what happens if what I like, nobody else likes, and they take it off the menu? Well, I'm not going to go back because you don't sell what I want anymore.
But you're in the minority. You're in the minority.
Well, but I've also found out that if they take it off the menu and you ask them, they'll still make it for you because they have the ingredients.
Yeah. Good point.
But look at the advantages of having a restaurant with one menu item adjacent to another restaurant that's they're in cooperation with. We can literally, like in this particular restaurant, it's lasagna only.
Mm-hmm.
That food product can be made in the original restaurant's kitchen. So they don't need a kitchen in the second restaurant. That eliminates all that expense.
But they do have a kitchen.
Well, they didn't ask me. I would have told them they don't need it. They just put a door between the two. And they can do purchasing together. I guess they can do a lot of other things in bulk. And you have to look at restaurants that are trying to save money.
Mm-hmm.
Because the industry is so tight right at the moment. So anything that can be done to consolidate and save money should be investigated. So that was just my thoughts on that. I just want to go back to Brannon. Just if you want to add anything or amend anything that you might have said, now's the time.
Oh, I think I'm good. I think I covered it all.
Okay. Well, as I said, have a talk with Mel. I think that he would benefit from it.
Okay.
Again, please, if you're going to be coming to the show, fill out the form for the hotel rooms. That's important, so I can get that done and get that contract with them, so we get that reservation link. And
Howard, what's the dates again of the show?
November 11, 12, and 13.
And it's held in which town again?
Orlando, in the Orlando Convention Center.
Okay.
On International Drive.
Yep. Thanks.
And you should definitely send samples up to Ed.
Yeah, what I'm thinking, not only sending the samples, but send Andrew up there to actually give them out or have him and his wife give out the samples. I'm really excited about that opportunity to work with you, Ed.
Yeah, we can make them a la mode. We can do that. That's right. We'll be
Yeah.
serving ice cream, so we can do that.
All right, great, great.
Excited. He's going to have pie and ice cream.
All right.
I can see that one right now.
Anything else? Anybody? Any other point you want to bring up at the moment? If
Howard,
not,
I did forward all the information for the hotel and the table to Glenn. So I've got that in the hands of our decision maker on where we're gonna line up all that stuff. So I'm sure he'll let you know once we get all that's taken care of. And then Rick, I'd like to talk to you one off, maybe afterwards, if you want to give me a call, or I can give you a call, whichever.
I got a call at 9:30 it's at 10:30.
Whenever
I call
you want to call.
Is that number that's on the screen, is that a direct to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me just write it down. 904-295-5110. Okay. Are you in Jacksonville?
Yes, sir. Jacksonville.
Yeah. How far are you from Mr. Girton?
About 25 minutes.
That's my father.
well, we should stop by and get some pie a la mode.
But Jeremy has stopped by. I've met him here.
All right, great. Thanks you all for coming. If anybody watching want to reach us, again, give us a call at 561-620-8888, or go to our website at trnusa.com. And we'll see you all next week. And have a great weekend. Stay safe, and let the sauce be with you.